I purchased some things from a website called Luciferian Apothica. I can't speak. Here, they gave me a discount code, so I'm covering that up with my hands here. Luciferian Apothica? Yeah. You can see it there. Alright. Now, I am actually a Christian. I'm not pagan, although I do a lot of pagan type practices. And I'm definitely not into, like, Lucifer, devil worship or anything. This is a website, www.luciferianwitchcraft.com. So it's a witchcraft with more of a darker, devil worship type vibe to it. Now, I think when it comes to religion having to do with devil worship, now there are some that may actually worship the devil as far as him being a deity and that kind of thing. But just like I was raised in Southern Baptist Church, and there are many different aspects of Baptists in, that they're so different from each other within their practices and their beliefs that you can hardly call them all Baptists and put them under one, umbrella, because some of them don't even believe the same things. And I know that can be confusing for people who don't know a whole lot about religion. So it's the same thing in pagan practices and in the devil worshipping. Now, some of the ones that I can get behind a little bit are the ones that they're not like worshipping the devil or anything, but more of trying to reach like your own inner power. Like you have power within yourself that you can touch into and, feel more powerful, have more self-esteem, and like I think that can be really useful for people who have self-esteem issues and who feel so beat down by life and by other people, to realize that you do have some power within yourself. Now, I'm also a trained psychotherapist, and that is a type of mentality that I draw from with my therapy work with individuals, is to get them to realize how much power they have within themselves, as a human being, rather than let the outside world influence your actions and your thoughts and your feelings, and to let other people influence your actions, thoughts, and feelings, and to leave you feeling helpless, as if there's nothing you can do about life circumstances, situations you find yourself in, to turn around that mindset and to not let outside influences affect you so negatively, to realize that you do have the power within yourself to exert control over your surroundings, over your situation that you find yourself in, even over the people around you. That is the place that I try to get my clients to mentally reshape their thoughts, to realize that they do have way more power and control than they think they do. And although I don't agree with like devil worship and that kind of thing, some of the sects of, within that they really do come from kind of that of area of like helping you find more of a power within yourself, and that I can get behind. And there is, evidence-based research that shows that is really, really healthy for your mind and emotion. Christian people who can let go of the mindset of like rituals and stuff being bad and being of the devil and being anti-Christian would really benefit from doing some of these rituals, actually, because, some Christian sects, I'm saying SECTS, by the way, like Catholicism has a whole lot of candles and rituals and incense and that kind of thing. So this is not just a pagan witchcraft type thing to do. There are quite a bit of Christianity type practices, maybe more of, like in older times, it was done a lot more. But even within some, like, Baptist churches, they have done anointing oils, they've done laying on hands and praying, and, so it's really not that far-fetched. The things that you see me doing in my videos and that kind of thing, I might put a more witchy, kind of a more pagan vibe to it for the video, because that's what I think might appeal to more people. And I tend to have kind of more of a darker aesthetic leaning, personally. But I could just as well turn these around and use some quotes from the Bible and put it with a more Christian theme that it might appeal to a wider variety of audience members. Maybe I'll do that with some of my spell work. Definitely make it more of a Christian vibe on some of it. So, I want to open people's mind, let you get more in touch with a spiritual side, more in touch with your own power from within, and not be so closed-minded thinking that there's only one way to do things. So from the Luciferian Apothica, I bought Florida water, which, no, is not water that you go and harvest from Florida. It is actually like a cologne. But it's used in spell work, maybe in like a ritual bath preparing for spell work, and it's used in some of the oils and tinctures that you might make, and end up using it to like dress a candle with. So it does have a bit of a masculine cologne smell, a little bit, but it also smells a little bit like a Scope mouthwash, or like a minty it has a mouthwash smell, but a more fragrant, perfumey, maybe like a men's aftershave, or I want to put some on my hands to help get rid of that really, really smelly herb that I had. Yeah. So, alright, after, like, I guess it has alcohol in it. Yeah. And that's listed as the first ingredient, so that's why it was smelling more like a mouthwash when I was smelling it in the bottle. But once it's on, and the alcohol smell has had a chance to dissipate, it is a little more feminine, and less mouthwashy, and a little more, kind of a clean scent. It's not too perfuming, it's not like real flowery, it's not musky. It's definitely got more of a clean scent to it. So, yeah, you can just like wear this as cologne, but you can also use it in a lot of spells and rituals, and a lot of like herbal infusions, like for oils. Oh yeah, I forgot to order this, y'all. So this is a wand, and it can also be used as an athame, because it has a very sharp point, so I can use it to carve on my candles. So it's a 7-inch white selenite wand. Oh, I also bought some, they have CDs, and instead of buying the actual CD, I just bought the digital download for, one of the albums is Rituals of Demonic Possession, and the other one is Cult Hymns of Moloch. And they have quite a few more. I might purchase some more from them, from their site. And I don't know if they're banned from being used in, like, YouTube videos or not. I would really like to show you what they sound like, and maybe use them as background for some of my videos. But I don't know if that will get me a copyright ban or not. Yeah, this is my... I have a wooden... Why is speaking so hard? I have a wooden wand that I use for some spell work, and I will use it if it's more of a, like, getting down to earth type, like, more of an earth-based wand. And this one is going to be used for when it's more of, like, maybe a psychic connection, or like a chakra type thing, or healing, bringing down the white light, that kind of thing. Just for the aesthetic of the skulls, and just the way it looks. But I'm gonna... It might actually be too big for the spell candles that I typically use, but I am in the process of making some of my old taper candles, so I'm gonna have to see what size is actually gonna fit in those. But I'm gonna use this on my altar when I do spell work, particularly some cursing spells, or, you know, some of the more negative or dark work that I do, or sometimes just if I'm really wanting the gothic aesthetic, you'll see some of these products in action in my videos. And I bought a Gothic Tarot deck, and it comes with a compendium book. Well, I mean, it didn't come with it. I bought that separately. And what the book does is it has the cards and then detailed explanation about how to read them and what they mean. And when I say detailed, I mean, alright, there's one card, and then here's all the explanation for that one card, and then, you know, the next card. So there's like 3 pages of explanation for each card in here. But this is what the back of the cards look like. Pentacles, the Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess, Justice, the Hanged Man. It's a bat. See, it's very Gothic. I like this. Temperance, the Sun, Wands. I mean, it's a traditional tarot deck, but just made. Oh, that's the Queen of Wands. And there's a Knight of Wands, the Knave of Wands. So it's just made with a more Gothic look to it. Alright, and here's one of the cups. There's, you know, different cups, but there's another one. Alright, let's look at the swords. Really nice. So there's a lot of them. They're all really, really nice. I'm going to offer card readings for sale in my shop as well. If you want a card reading or a rune reading, I really like doing the rune readings as well. I'm going to offer those for sale in my shop. You would purchase the reading and give me time to actually do it and film it and edit it. With your permission, I will make it into a YouTube video that I will upload as well, but it will be a personal reading for you, for your situation. And if you don't want me to show the reading on my channel using any of your personal information or whatever, then I'll change the name and all that when I upload the video. But I mean, it will be your reading and using like whatever circumstance that you tell me. So for instance, if you're having trouble at work, or you know, you're worried about your spouse, or just whatever it is that you're wanting the reading done for, I will use that circumstance in the reading without giving your personal information. I'm not going to give your personal information. And then I'll do that, and I'll upload it as a YouTube video on my channel. And if you have emailing long videos is difficult, and they won't attach the video. But if you want the actual video yourself, and I mean, I guess you could probably download it from YouTube. But if there's a way that I can get it to you, such as we can do a Dropbox transfer maybe, so that you can have the actual video itself for yourself. If you want that, yeah, that'll be part of it. But yeah, I'm gonna offer, if I haven't got it listed already by the time this video goes up, then I will make a point to get that done soon. Tarot readings and rune readings will be for sale on my shop. And if for some reason I find out that they're not allowed on YouTube, then I'll put them on Fiverr, because I know that they are allowed on Fiverr. Alright, and then the last thing that I'm showing, they have a subscription box option. Well, not a subscription box, but like a mystery box. And you give them, like, you tell them if you want male or female, you give them your t-shirt size and your ring size. And then they say that they will send you, it doesn't say, oh, it's not, alright, one more thing to show you is, coffin nails. I did purchase coffin nails from them. So this is 5 coffin nails, and it shows it has in here some rituals and things that you can do with them. Rune Awakening Value Gift Box is what I bought, and it's $25, and then it is going to be either stuff that is discontinued or like upcoming things that they don't have for sale yet. So what they sent me was a shirt. Alright, so the ring they sent, I like it, I'm okay with it, I like the Gothic vibe of it. I think it looks a little more masculine than feminine though, to be honest. My husband might really like this ring and want to steal it from me if I let him and if it fits him. But I definitely do like the Gothic aesthetic that it has. But it's bigger and bulkier than rings that I'm going to feel comfortable wearing long term. And I think it has more of a masculine look to it. It definitely wasn't something that I would have picked out for myself. But I think that's why I like mystery boxes, because sometimes you get something that you wouldn't normally have picked out for yourself, and then you end up really liking it. So I haven't worn it yet. Maybe once I do, it'll grow on me. But my first impression is that it's quite masculine. So the t-shirt says Adversary. It's a black t-shirt. And I guess that's like their store logo or whatever on the back. L and then the A. So my first impression is it smells chemically, so I'm definitely going to want to wash it before I wear it. Alright, the tag, they're using the Gildan brand, which this is a relatively really cheap brand of t-shirts used a lot in screen printing and that kind of thing. I know from experience with this kind of shirt before, it definitely will shrink some when I wash it. And I mean, it feels soft, it's okay, but for $25 for this shirt and that ring, I mean, this is I think they sell their shirts on their website for either right at $30 or maybe even more. So, although I got it for a discount technically, based on what they sell them for on their site, $29, $30, or $35 or so for a Gildan shirt is not a good price. They're making a really good profit off of that. But when it's multiple colors and all, that does raise the price some. But I know you can easily get a Gildan t-shirt if you're just using like a one color, and if it's on a white t-shirt, $10 or $15, you know. So $20 maybe is good for when you're having to use multiple colors. $25 max when it's a Gildan t-shirt and you're using multiple colors, and if it's on like a color shirt, because they do have to, I think, screen print over it like more than once to get it to show up. And from what I hear, so they are using more material when they screen print a colored shirt and with multiple colors. So I get it, I understand. $20-25 max when that's the case. So if they're selling the shirts for more than that, they're definitely making a really good profit on them, because they're using this cheap Gildan shirt. That is a really cheap shirt that's often used in making like team t-shirts for, you know, Little League and that kind of stuff, when you're only expecting it to last like for that one season, and then you're not really going to wear it anymore because next season you'll have a new team t-shirt, you know what I mean? So it's not usually used in t-shirts when it's meant to like last a long time. That's just my take on the Gildan brand. It's the more affordable way to go to do like a screen printing and that kind of stuff. And I'm just not sure how well they're gonna like hold up long term, because my experience with them is for like the Little League game t-shirts and that kind of stuff. So please do show your support by liking the video. That lets me know that the videos that you're drawn to more, and so that I can do more of that type. And hitting that subscribe button to help me reach that 1,000 mark. I am planning a huge giveaway for when I do reach 1,000. I'm not going to talk about yet what it is, because that might still be a long way away. No point in talking about it so early. But just know that there will be one. You can be a part of it. I will be eternally grateful to you. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Have a good night.